So Bez Hashem Yisborach, number 177. We're going to do it Kollel Yachad of Teres Habayis, number 2-3. You have in Halacha it's mentioned Drosha Shabbos Hagodol and the Drosha of Shabbos Tshuva. And we have other places that I mentioned, not just in Halacha, but it's something which is a mini Yisrael that a Rav speaks before Kol Nidre, after B'm Kippur by night, and before Rosh Hashanah you give a speech. There's places that's a minig that you give a speech. Minig ha'olam is that before elections you give a speech. It's minig ha'olam, hain by the goyim, and hain by the yidden. Give min drosha. You give a drosha. This is minig. It's the minig of the zman that you give a speech. Is memela that have to give a speech. Is the goyim give their speeches? Why this one's bad and this is good. This is bad. This is good. But there's ashpav speeches. By the Charedische, by the Fruma Yidden, Yidden Droshes, Choiv Kodosh, to be Mishtatif, to first the Chelik Asur Meira, what's not good for Yidden shouldn't come in, and what's good for Yidden should be Goiver, the Chelik which is good for Yidden should be Goiver. That's level 1. Choiv Kodosh, what's better for us, we have to vote. Level 2, a little bit more Hecher Sprach, a little bit more Dehoiben, is, it's the Indian of a Gzeira Ra. If bad things, somebody gets in to office that the kulay mushush in ra and a bad agenda and bad hashkafas, koyach haklipa, koyach hatuma, it's a yom tshuva, it's a yom tefillah, it's a yom tshuva. It's not just just the chitzonius of making a vote. It's a yom tshuva because you see what's up in the air. It's not just what's up in the air. It's the shirish hagzera. Because if this person gets in, you're gonna have gzeres rois one after the next. You have to be mevatel. This person, you won't have as many gzeres rois to mevatel. So it's Indian of the gzera in the shirish. Slameles is ayoim tshuva. There are different parties by voting? There's different parties. Yedur Avigdor Miller's famous line used to be that he's from the party of Hashem. He's from the party of Hashem. Just elaborate to be marchiv the dibur a little bit. What does it mean when it comes to voting and other things? You're from the party of Hashem. You're from the chelik of the Rabbeinu Shalom, the Rabbeinu Shalom's chelik. Be'emes, I'll tell you the truth. Other people could say it. Everybody could chol chad kifum shiura of his darga. That be'emes, when I was younger, I did not know who the president in America is. I never really knew. I didn't keep track because I wasn't interested. And a lot of people, it wasn't such a dogish who's the president in America. Whichever president it was, anyways, given chulukei deis amongst the Hamish, Satmar is voting for him, and the Olam Yeshivas is voting for him, and Bells is voting for him, and Baviv is voting for him. It was nitin lechaluka. It was nitin lechaluka. Haltazoi, Esquire Haltazoi, and Haltazoi. Everybody could feel what he felt and he assessed was the best, and the two Litvish Gedolim that everybody used to go to, if you remember, was Rita Miller and Abzelig Epstein. Who is better for the Yidden? And sometimes it was a type of, for this Kehila was better him, and for Yena Kehila give him better him. This is the Rash that was Mishtana in the last Kufa between Democrat and Republican. What changed that I found out that who the president in America is? I finally found out who the president in America is. What changed? What changed is there's two extremes. It's completely two extremes. It's Mila Shem Elai and not. It's completely two extremes. There's no machloikis. There's no machloikis who is from Tzad HaKadusha, so to speak, and who is from Tzad HaTumah. That Hanhoga is not only when it comes to elections. It's in everything. We live in an olam of tikkunim, a world that Rizal calls of Golis is olam habirurim. We make birurim continuously. We're mavchen after the Chet Eitzadas. We're separating from Toiv and Ra and Toiv. Everything we do is mixed in with Yetzer Hara, Yetzer Toiv. We have to separate, we have to focus on that, we have to cleanse, we have to take out the Chelik Hara. The Olam HaBirurim. As we end the Tekuf of Birurim, the Rebbeinu Shalom makes it easier. This is chlor, this is clear, crystal clear, this is bad, this is crystal clear, it's good. It's not Birurim. You're here to be Boicher. You're here to use Bechira. In elections it's called Bechirais. You're Boicher. This, yeah, that not. Hilchas Boyer, the two things have to be mixed together, then there's a Shaila Boyer. If the two things are not mixed together, then you're not being Boyer. You're not doing a Maisa Boyer, Melechas Boyer. You're doing a Maisa Bechira. You're using your Bechira. It's a Shaila of Mila Shem Elai. And that Shaila is in everything. I mentioned Shabbos, that Yeshiva, I came to Yeshiva to visit Yeshiva out of town. I saw that Yeshiva drastically changed what type of Bachrim they have. So asked her, Yeshiva used to be Azoi, it used to be like in between, the right and the left here Yeshiva. Why is it? He said, no, nowadays you can't have in between. Nowadays there's no in between. It's either completely Azoi or completely Azoi. The Tumah is so strong, you can't, there's no a little bit. It's either completely to the Tumah or completely to the Chelik HaTahara. What does it mean a person's boicher? A person's boicher in a gewisse tzad. You only need to be boicher bechira when there's opposition. Say everybody knows you have to vote for. Everybody knows it's partial. Everybody knows. There's no such thing as everybody knows. If there's an opposition, there's a different tzad. Shekenegen. Boicher b'toiv means that a person has to show. You have to be mesiras moidah. You have to be megaladas. You have your actions, your diburim, not just in machshava. Your actions and your diburim have to represent that this is the chaylik that you're being boichen. This is what I am. I am from the Rebbeinu Shlem's people. I am here to be megadol, misgadol, miskadesh, shmo yizborach, be'olam. It's not enough. You have to go. You have to actually push the button. You have to sign your name. You have to do this. You have to be megaladas. It's not enough to say it's pashut. The Rebbeinu Shlem's moilech. It's pashut. This is the right thing to do. It's pashut. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's self-understood. No, it doesn't help. It's not enough. You have to be boichen. You have to be boicher that you're from the party of Hashem. It's not to say it's pashut. The Rebbeinu Shalom. Show it, speak about it, be magalit, be a representation. You have to give a drasha about it. You have to be boicher in yenetzad. You have to be magalit lehedya. We have the Bnei Yissaschar brings down the beginning of Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. Bring there from the Heliger Mendel Meriminov. Asher einenu royim. Kol hagzeris hamaschatshis asoni Yisrael man hamalchiyos. All the gzeros of the Umay Sa'ilam, taxes, v'chulu, different malachim and sarim shainim, all the goyim and everything that caused sorrows for the Yidden, it always starts from Chodesh Mar Cheshvan. As I said to Mendel, always Chodesh Cheshvan. Why Chodesh Cheshvan? V'amar hatam, shebechodesh hazeh hoisa hamarida b'malchus beis David. Chodesh Mar Cheshvan is given the Chodesh, that was the Chodesh, that there was a merida against the Malchus Beis David, which is the Malchus Melech Mashiach, with the Malchus of Malchus Rebbeinu Shlema. Vayamlichu es Yeravam, vayasir Yeravam esachar b'chodesh Shmini, b'chodesh Shabbat Melibay. Both. Al kain gzeres hamalchiyos b'marcheshim zokter Mendel Mimenov. The gzeres of the malchiyosim are in chodesh marcheshim. So if the voting falls out, it doesn't always fall out like that. But if when it falls out in chodesh marcheshim, it gives a yid a hargosha. We always get the reminder. We get the reminders. I did get the hargosha that you're meshubet tachas shibet hamalchiyosim. They could do this. They could do that. You're in Golis. All those feelings are an oynish. For the chet of the merida against Malchus Beis David. Malchus Beis David. We're going to have a Malchus of Melech HaMashiach and be meshubet completely to the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's what we have to do. Let's get a Melech that is not meshabed us. Let's get a Melech that says you don't have to feel so close to Hashem. You don't have to mamish be oil regel and mamish. You have to do tshuva, misakin pagom and chatoim before your oil regel. We don't like this malchus. Avada, we're not going against malchus. Hashem mamish, but we want a malchus like Yeravam. That happened in Chodesh Mar Cheshvan. So the merida against the musig of Malchus Beis David, which Malchus Beis David is from Hakadoshim Amazbeh. The whole concept, the musig of Malchus Beis David is a malchus which brings you closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom, which is machris. It's a malchus of bittul, of lester megama klum, that flips everything to the Baruch Kollel, to the Malach Malchem Lochem HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Is Namela, this is the Oynish, you understand yourself, versteh von sich allein, the tikkun, we understand the tikkun is, in order that the gzeres of the Malchios shouldn't be shoylet on a Yid is, person has to be boicher. He has to vote. Vote. Today is the day to Mechavenim and Yesh Merabah. It's always a day to Mechavenim and Yesh Merabah. But a person should be mamlech the Rebbeinu Shalom as much as possible, to give up that feeling that maybe it's okay, the government is okay and it's fine. Some people have the hargosh, we want Trump to win, so things should go back to normal and be normal. It's not normal, it's not regular. That feeling is a pagam. And the tikkun that what's happening that we're waiting for, that's a pagam. That means you're asking for more einish. That means you're asking for that there should be gzeres from the malchisim. You value we want what's good for Yidden. Value that's Rebbeinu. But the nekudas adram, the primus adram is a Yid wants that we want to go back to the bechina of Malchus, of Melech HaMashiach, Malchus of the Rebbeinu Shalom. malchus of complete hiskarvus to the Rebbeinu Shalom. They want to be mamlech the Rebbeinu Shalom. That means a person will lose his own personal malchus. Some people have their own personal malchus. It could be the way their house is, the way they run their business, the way they run their shul, the way they run their chasidus, the way they run their yeshiva, the way they run, whatever it is, the person has his own personal malchus, which he's not muchan to give up on. You're not muchan to give up on your personal malchus for malchus Beis Hashem. That's the problem. That's the tikkun of Chodesh Cheshvan. I'm just talking out loud, hergeshim and thoughts. And as we said, I didn't say anything. I'm just talking out loud, hergeshim and thoughts. Not that I'm saying something. Just say out loud. If you find yourself in there, you find yourself in there. If you don't find yourself in there, you don't find yourself in there. Why are people concerned if Trump doesn't win? Why are people concerned about the election so much? Why are they so concerned? Are they so concerned because there's going to be maybe many problems in the economy, etc.? Maybe there might be a sakana to walk on the gas. Who knows? Might be this, might be that, might be this. So the koyach hatum store where the koyach hatum what type of shlita it has? Is that what they're scared about? Part of the technischkeit, or are you scared about azoy? Everybody knows deep down inside, somehow or another, the yishuv of a Yiddishkeit in America is going to come to an end. Has to come to an end. We're waiting for Malchus Bezdor, we're waiting for Malach HaMashiach. Has to come. Maman of Shach, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end, Maman of Shach. There's no question about it. Even if he wins also, it's also, see, I could say he, I don't have to say the name. Even if he wins, it's coming to an end. Right? When you have a he and a she, that's also a concept of two extremes. Just another dogesh. If it would be a man and a man, maybe you wouldn't chap that it's two extremes. Say, I say, Mr. Das and Mr. Das. When you have a she and a he, if you don't get the remez, we're talking about mamish zwei andere Welten. Just to verstehen. It's a remez min shamayim. The Mershim could make, or it's, I don't know, it's a suffix maybe. Some say it's a suffix. But Shem Yirachim. But that concept that it's a suffix, it's a name, it's a she and a he, it's all a birur min shamayim that you should chap the remez that it's two completely two extremes. It must come into a saif. A person scared, how is it going to come to a saif? Is it going to come that I'm mamish going to be forced to do tshuva? Is that going to be the mahalech? Or is, I'm going to be able to do it on my own? I'm able to do it on my own. That's where the person is chapping the scared. He's scared. Man of Shach, the world's being yard. Man of Shach, there are many problems out there. But he's Mashiach. He's the Mashiach. He's going to solve all issues and everything. An echte getog, he's going to save all the issues. There's plenty of tumah out there anyways. That's going to be there in Man of Shach, which is Yored, everything's Yored. And Madaf, we need a Grace Yeshua. We need Melech HaMashiach. But the question is, what's bothering people is it going to go easy, smoothly, b'chasodim u'berachamim, or is it going to go, after there's a tzad, it looks like there might be a tzad, that the way it's going to happen might be with zachen that might get me scared, and things that I might have to suffer from, and things like that. That's what people are concerned about. That could be what you're concerned about with the other tzad. Marav Shach, you can say the country might come to an end. You know deep down inside the country has to come to an end anyways. You know deep down inside the Mashiach has to come and the whole world has to change. Marav Shach, that has to happen. What's the real bother is how you have to get to that end's goal. How's it going to happen if things are coming to Avada? Pisim Yovei HaMelech. Mashiach can come, Machol Yomachach L'Shalov, and come Mamish in a second, and all the Zachas L'Shalom Negea. It doesn't have to be Negea, what we're talking about. But the default programming of Alpiteva, where things are headed in the Bria, is it should have to be that way. Now, even if a person wouldn't know or hear Ma'achori HaPargid, all of his shitas or her shitas, still a person would ask me what to do, what to vote. I would say, I don't know. Shaitim Pasuk in Mishlei, Tachas Shalosh Rog Za'aretz, Tachas Arba L'Suchas Eis. Three things the world is Rog Za'aretz. The literal translation doesn't mean the world shakes. Rogza means when you have somebody who's very angry, many things could happen, you know. He could scream, he could shout, he could hit, he could throw things. There's a roiges. You don't know what's going to happen. So my first say roiges, tachas shalosh rogza aretz. What? Unstable. Yeah. Rogza. Tachas shalosh rogza aretz. Tachas evet kiyim loich. Tachas nu kisibol. V'shivcha kisirash gevirta. Three things. Tachas evet kiyim loich. Tachas nu kisibol. V'shivcha kisirash gevirta. Tachsich, that she has the qualification of all three in one. Mishal L'cha, we have Mishal Kedusha. B'shalosh, we spoke about Heilige Teg, we have 3 days Yom, 3 days Kedusha. she is the koyach of Tuma, you have 3. You have the Gemara Megillah, everybody knows the Gemara Megillah. State in the Gemara, Omer of Nachman, Lo iya Yerusa the Noshe. Tarti Noshe, you hear in heaven, Visan Shma'ayu. Chadash Shma Ziburta, V'chadash Shma Karkushta. There were 2 Noshim that had the midah of Yehoira. A rulership for a lady and Yehoira. A lady should paskin and a lady should fear is not a good azach. Good azach. Vos the Gemara. The Gemara says, I'll bring you a raya at the Gemara. Darshan the name. Darshan the name. So the Gemara. Benegea to the klal. It's not good for a isha to have Yehoira darshan the name. One has a name which is rather positive note, she, and the other name is basically, I think it sticks out to be Maharis. Maharis means destruction, it means to destroy. Expert, take everything that's good, hapich koyach habinyin, to destroy everything. There's Kisvei Ari, Chaim Vital brings in a few places, he brings something that some people might experience. If you know that it's Kisvei Ari, I think it will make you feel better. That state as a tikkun in Ikvis the Mashiachim for the Chet Egel is that a lot of Anoshim, Talmidei Chachamim, even Talmidei Chachamim, they're Nimsar Tachas Rishus Ishtayim. They fall under the Memshala of their wives. Their wives rule over them. Befrat by Talmidei Chachamim, this does Abachina. Zot Ariya Kodesh, as this is a tikkun for the Chet Egel, that you didn't listen to the Noshim tried to stop, they wouldn't partake in the Chet Egel, and you fell into the Chet Egel, is we send a tikkun for the Chet Egel without Masakin Zayin der Chet, is Meilus a gewisser tikkun. The Zikr, the whole Ruach, the modern Ruach in the Welt, the Zikr empowering women, to empower a lady. A lady al pi Torah state is a Ezer Kenegdoi, is a Ezer. Ezer means a helper, not an entity by itself. An Isha is an Akeva, a Nekev is a Nekev, she is a Makabel, so less Kum. The personality of the Isha, even the most toughest lady, the most professional lady, a lady is not a ruler, a lady is not in control, she is a Makabel. That's the Rebbeinu Shleilam made the Teva. The modern world of equal rights, v'chulu, women's rights, whatever, v'chulu, which is pumping the past many years, is that a lady has a koyach. And that koyach is nichnas into the Yiddish machana. Yiddish machana on many fronts. To the Isha, the fact that the ladies also become lamdonim, and they become, I call them poisekeses, because they learned a little halacha, or more than a little halacha in Beis Yaakov, and as they say, the ladies have to get a good education. A good education, it wasn't the alte, it was, a good education. But the musig of a isha, that she's a ezer kenegdi, she's here to help, the man is the ruler, and the man is in charge, is that koyach, is nechlash, that's also a tikkun, it's a oynish, your part, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. It's part of, don't take it personal if your wife is bossing you around. Don't take it personal. It's a chaylik of the tikkun of the Chet Egel. Be maharer in all your personal egels that you have. Do tshuva on all the personal egels, hazovs that you have, and maybe things will flip. But if in the Welt, whoever stands as president, whoever stands in a tour of Mamshala, it represents the Sar Shemayim that's oimed on top of the Medina. Represents the Sar. Is who created this klipa hatmeya? The society itself. Who created this klipa that a lady should be able to be showed, that a lady should be able to do something? That comes from society, that koyach of Yinika. They say the lady of the mazel of the Noshim is going wild in Shemayim. That koyach wants a tremendous koyach. About the person keeping Vasikin doesn't mean his wife. The way that you should rule over your wife is you shouldn't come home and say that the Rav said, and listen, Liyash Kalish, the Rav said, Liyash Kalish, maybe you can start yanting and raving and screaming. It's not going to work. That's not the malach. What I'm trying to tell is you have to be Vasikin the shirish, and then Mamela, things would change. You need an extra schus. Nowadays, for the concept, you need an extra level of kedusha, extra zikach hanefesh. By default, the lady has a koyach, I'll stick into the Chet Egel, that she should also be, even Achashverosh understood, if you're going to stop that, it's going to be a sakana for society. Is a sakana for society. You can't make a memshala out of it. You have to make a malchus out of it. A memshala is not going to work. You can't enforce it. I'm going to enforce that now I'm in charge. It's not going to work. has to be by default that the Rebbeinu Shalom gives as a schia. Akaponim avada, we are mispalel that we say a main yesh mirabi. Look in Zohar Kodesh and Parchas Pinchas that the main yesh mirab is kollel ala brachos, and it's mamtik the dinim that everything the Rebbeinu Shalom has to bring on the world should be through chesed v'racham and v'chayim. Avada or mispalel that Bias Mashiach should be a fazal. But the avodas hatshuva, it's not just avodas hatshuva. Avodas hatshuva is the nakuda. The bullseye of the avodas hatshuva is giving your malchus up for the malchus of the Rebbeinu Shalom, being machnia for the malchus of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Avada your mispalo for the pshuton shaladvarim, that which koyach shall win. And even if it doesn't work out that way, if it's v'nifliga haaretz is verta hafloga, verta bilbul in the ganze zach is kuloi. The tachlis and the shoif of the kavanah of everything is just to bring us to the tshuva, bring us to be closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Have in mind that it's ending anyway. It's just like shayla this way or that way. Our avodah is to the more we could cleanse and detox the kishkas from the infestation of merida against Malchus Beis David, from the pagam of Chet Egel. That's how much sweeter and nicer we'll go. But we as good.